Hello and welcome. Knowing what to practice and how to practice can sometimes feel like the most complicated part of learning to play the piano. And let's be honest, if you don't practice, you won't improve. So my goal is always to help you find things to practice that are fun, that are exciting, that sound super good, and will help you to become a better piano player. And that's what this lesson is all about. I've got a little practice routine for us. I'm really hoping that you practice with me. That's going to be perfect for you if you are a new piano player or even a more experienced piano player, because this thing that we're going to do, I didn't learn about how to do this until I was like well out of my piano lesson years, and I wish I would have known this earlier because it helped me sound so much better when I went to play songs that I loved. So we're going to be looking at scale, chords, sevenths, all the fun things. You're not even going to know your practicing technique because it's going to be so exciting and sound so super good. Let's dive in. So we're going to be working with the notes of the G scale, which are G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. And now don't worry, we're not going to be just practicing scales. I understand that scales can feel boring, but don't think about them as scales. Think of them as ingredients. And ingredients help you create things that you really love, like cake. So we're going to use these ingredients. All white keys except for this guy here. Anytime you're playing an F, you're not playing the white key, you're playing the black key just above it. We call that F sharp. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to place your hand in this claw position, and we're going to play a G chord. So we've got G, B, and D. And you're going to play separately, and you're going to try to make it really beautiful, and your left hand's going to just match and just play the single note like this. Then we're going to move up, and we're going to play A, C, and E. And then we're going to move up again. We're going to play B, D. Don't forget to make this an F sharp. And then C, E, G, and then D, again, F sharp, E, G, and B. And this one's crunchy, but don't worry about it. F sharp, A, and C, and then G, B, and D. And I use the pedal to help it sound even more magical. But once you get practice with this, and then you can work your way back down. So pretty. So secretly, you were practicing a scale and you were practicing chords, lots of them, and you were playing something that sounded super pretty. So that's step one. Get comfortable there. If you don't want to play them broken, you can also play them solid. Ooh, I really did not use my proper left-hand finger numbers there. It's okay. I like the way it sounds broken better. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add sevenths. Now this is what gets me really excited because seventh chords used to stress me out. I didn't understand them. This is going to change how you think about seventh chords. So we've got our G chord, and all we're going to do is we're going to think about these notes as numbers instead of notes. So we're using our 1 and our 3 and our 5, and now we're simply going to add the 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because we're in the key of G, all of our Fs are sharp, so it's going to be this guy. So you're going to use your 1, your 2, your 3, and your 5. Sounds so pretty. And then we're going to move up in this form called an A minor chord. So we're going to add the 7th note again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got these notes, A, C, E, and G. Another beautiful chord. It's an A minor 7. Next, this would be a B minor chord. Let's add the 7th. You don't have to count every time. Once you get kind of the feel for this shape, you can just kind of lock it in and move. Then we have our C major 7. This is a D major chord, and we're going to add the 7th note of the G scale, which makes this a dominant 7. That's a topic for another day. Just roll with it. We've got E minor 7. Then we got this crazy one, which is F sharp, A, C, and E. That's a diminished chord. That's a minor chord. We call this a half diminished. Again, you don't have to worry about the names. I'm just telling you for those of you who love theory and understanding, you know, what the chord names are. Now you know. F sharp, half diminished, and then boom, we land where we began. And when you get comfortable with this, and you just played all the 7ths that fit into the G major scale. So as as a beginner, you've basically accomplished playing a G major scale, playing all the chords that belong in the G major scale, G, A minor, B minor, C, D major, E minor, F sharp diminished, and G, and then you played all the 7th chords which belong in that scale. And so now what you have is all the ingredients you need to make amazing sounding songs by picking those chords and sort of moving them around. So if you want to play with 7ths, watch this. Does that not remind you of like Alicia Keys? Some people want it all, but I don't. There's so many options. You could play with 7ths like this. You could just move them around. That sounded really cool. Let's do that again. You have the ingredients now to be able to play around and make beautiful sounds. So that's exciting. My encouragement to you is to just make this part of your practice routine. You can practice this skill on any key signature. You could play this with C major, so that's all white keys. You could play it in F major, D major, any scale. Any skill you learn, you can implement this set of ideas, and you will teach yourself so much. It's like the most condensed, value-packed practice ever. And what I love about that is, like, I don't know about you, but my life is crazy. I have so many things that I have to do that sometimes sitting down at the piano and practicing seems completely overwhelming. I don't have a half an hour. This can be done in 10 minutes, and you're gaining so much value. So my homework to you is pick a scale. You can use the one we did here. Play all the chords using that claw shape. Then practice adding in that 7th, play up and down, get cozy, and then mix and match those chords into different orders and experiment. Hopefully that sparks creativity, and what you accomplish in that 10 minutes of technical work then becomes like 20 minutes of just playing and creating amazing music. So if you have any questions, comment below. Happy practicing, and we'll see you next time.